All right, and up next we've got Mobile Group D. From Thailand, Chomkata. And next from Nepal, Killer. And from Brazil, Juninho. And from Tunisia, Youssef Amara.
Super stuff. Good luck to these legends. Yes, we can feel the vibes. We can feel the groove. Let's see what sort of magic they can show us. What sort of scintillating, flamboyant, excellent play they're going to be giving us. Beautiful stuff then. All right then, let's check out the matchup then.
The Manchester United Club event finals. And then we see this group with Juninho, the Brazilian, one of the main names worldwide in eFootball Mobile. Chomkata from Thailand. Also, Youssef Amara getting the debut, as well as KillerM12. First time ever coming to the World Finals from Japan in the history of eFootball eSports. So great achievement having Killer, a wonderful person. We were chatting yesterday a little bit. You know, he seems a good guy, but he will be that good playing eFootball, and we will see in a few moments.
And of course, Pasha versus Gu in the other game in that group play today.
No, definitely, but you know, starting against such an experienced player as Chomkata, that, let's say, coming up mostly with such a huge confidence so far for this competition after the last victory last week in the Elite Thailand Championship. Look at the prediction. How far? 50-50. Yeah, look at that. How many fans coming out from Nepal rooting for the Killer?
A fair reflection for you, Alex? Do you think that this really could be a coin flip situation?
I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I will talk with the herd. I've been teammate of Chomkata back in the days playing in Indonesia a few years ago. And this guy is so good. And I think he's growing a lot as a player, as a person with the pass of the time. And I think he's with the timing to do something mainly. And the Arsenal is quite a fluid team. When we go up, we got the signal, if I'm not wrong, of... yeah, it is. It's FC Barcelona. Sorry for that. I was wrong with the team chosen by Chomkata. It's FC Barcelona, Chomkata, and Killer M with Arsenal. Misclick from my side, eh? Not only for the players, Harry.
Well, from my research as well, Alex. It will be Killer M here, starting out on the, well, Arsenal side of things, trying to push the pace a wee bit. We will see exactly how this one transpires. We'll be keeping an eye on all of the matches across groups C and D. But Chomkata is one we will be keeping a keen eye on indeed. Has some defending to do first, though.
Oh, look at that. So interesting to see Christensen as a DMF for FC Barcelona. Chomkata having some new research into players not expected to be in that position, when now Chomkata with Pedri, the double shot! With that finesse, first chance for Chomkata, putting some pressure over Killer. And I have to say, I prefer to see Chomkata with Barcelona rather than with Inter, because look at that skill. Lewandowski regaining the ball, Lewandowski! Chomkata with the finesse, putting the lead.
Killer M just left absolutely shell-shocked after that one. That was really difficult to deal with, of course. Chomkata, the benefactor, kept it alive, found the finish.
Yeah.
And he's a reason, having won a club event finals this year, that we are keeping an eye on him and his movements moving forward. 1-0 to him.
Now nerves are coming up. We just remind this is the first game so far for these competitors and the first appearance at the World Finals on the stage with another header of the response of Killer with that. Heading, I think it's Kai Havertz. So we ask the players to keep the replay of the chances for the spectators at home when it's now Chomkata. And now Killer on possession. Bukayo Saka looking for Odegaard, finding Kai Havertz, passing back for Odegaard again. Kai Havertz, Odegaard, look at the combination, Harry, the cross. And deflected by Gerard Martin, and will be corner kick from the man from Nepal, from KillerM12.
I've been impressed with what I've seen in response by KillerM. Here is that corner following the chance. Declan Rice heads off target. But there is a front foot mentality, you feel, from KillerM. He does not want to let this one go so early on just because his opponent is the favourite potentially for this group. 35 minutes gone. Odegaard here, across the halfway line. Havertz gets the ball back, but a couple of tackles here from Chomkata that are just going his way, and that might allow him to break now. Frankie de Jong is not in the right place to receive that one. And now KillerM starting to find his footing here in the final third. Havertz can't squeeze it round to Trossard. And after a good passage of open play here, we're just 5 minutes from half-time in match one, heat one of this group.
Just to update, Pashak going to the half-time leading 1-0 over Good Games.
Wow,
the young guy from Ukraine leading over the reigning runner-up at the World Finals.
Right comes Chomkata. Oh! Wants to try and double his advantage before half-time.
And the rest of the game still 0-0. The corner kick for Chomkata, one of the last action inside this first half, playing short, but Declan Rice regaining the ball for that counter of KillerM12, and that will be the whistle from the referee. Chomkata, the man from Thailand, leading so far at the moment.
I look forward to keeping an eye on how these groups shape up, but here is KillerM on the offensive following.
Oh, look at the ball.
Resumption of the second half as it's squeezed in. KillerM back on level terms. You felt it was always coming watching this game. The Arsenal build-up has been, well, good enough to fashion those types of chances, and some fortune going his way.
He drastically found a way. Look at the double pressure from Chomkata, leaving behind that long room for Kai Havertz to receive the ball. Wasn't the best finishing, but good enough to go over and get the equalizer. Great response, KillerM12 back on track, 1-1.
Kick off towards Chomkata.
Offside.
Offside, sadly.
Yeah. Coming from behind, Robert Lewandowski, the player of the week card, recently added on eFootball, coming up with a special double touch. That in such a play of Lewandowski, it made it super, super necessary. Nice recovery by Kyler. Look at this one.
Here. Havertz has a bit of time and space, but Pedri is always pressuring from behind. Now, where is the break from Chomkata? Can Lewandowski survive the press? As we just cross the hour mark in game. It is 1-1 between these two. And it's shaping up almost exactly as we predicted, Alex. There's upsets in this group, potentially afoot. But now Chomkata turns his man really well, actually. And now Lewandowski can get a strike away. The block is there. Trossard.
Last update, we got the second goal of Dennis over Niko Pramashvili. Indonesia leading 2-0 in this group 3. When we come out here and see the replay, and then substitution coming up, and still everything to be decided, Harry, and pretty well, interesting to see how everything looks like in this last part of game 1, no? In this group C and D.
just waiting for the players to resume after making their tactical changes. As you said earlier on, Alex, we often see this a lot more prevalently in the console platform. You get a bit more time to be a bit more strategic, but sometimes the mobile games, the ball does not go out of play for long spells as the corner swung in towards the near post. It is sadly off target by KillerM.
Are so difficult to defend. You need to predict where he's going to throw it, and sometimes so difficult, to be honest. Is KillerM12 giving a great performance so far against one of the favorites. Chom Kata now is putting some pressure, but not finding Dani Olmo. Nice way to regain the ball quickly, connecting with Lewandowski. Ferran Torres, the double touch. Still on the chance for Chom Kata. Magallanes.
Anywhere will do. Get that ball as far up the pitch. Anywhere will do. Get that ball as far up the pitch. Get the back line out of his own box, but well, that's just presented so much time and space as Chom Kata comes right back at KillerM now. KillerM's Arsenal up that far side with Trossard. That's a nice turn.
Nice ball, Odegaard. No way against such a strong defender as Ronald Araujo it is. Marc Casado with the long ball over Gavi. Gavi trying to connect, yes, no. It was Declan Rice deflecting that ball. Still on possession, one of the last actions so far of the game one in this Group D. Chom Kata with a chance. Ferran Torres, Lewandowski. Once and again, Magallanes.
Good defending. KillerM really has frustrated the two-time national Thailand champion, Chom Kata. And I tell you what, with time still on the clock and ball in his possession, there's a chance for KillerM to fashion a really good
nice
chance
ball.
here as
It's
Trossard
KillerM.
into the box and Havertz! Wow! It is upset city. Population, KillerM12. There was time left on the clock. And that's all he needed. That chance fires him into a lead against one of the favourites.
Impressive, simply impressive. The ball went under the legs because Chom Kata wasn't able to take on time the players to push the interception button, the matchup. And it is what it is. What a way to turn out with the score. The man from Nepal, the man making his debut at the World Final against such an experienced player as Chom Kata it is. 5 minutes left. Nepal, Killer, leading 2-1 over the man from Thailand, Chom Kata.
Well. We still have 3 games in progress elsewhere across our groups. We do have a full-time result, but we'll come to that after the final moments here of this match in Group D. The opening kick-off in this group going the way. Is it the result to go towards KillerM12? We are just moments away from what would be a famous victory for him to open the group stages against Chom Kata.
Impressive, and it seems to be over for this game. Oh, one more maybe. I don't know. You need to quickly send the ball over to the Lewandowski. He's on time. No!
That is the full-time whistle. And Nepal are on the board with 3 huge points. That is quite the victory. Chom Kata defeated in the opening fixture. KillerM12 2.
With Monsieur Chom Kata and also our hero from Nepal, KillerM, if they could possibly make their way towards us, that would be lovely. Thank you. First of all, excellent. Yeah, we'll be looking up towards your skills. Our commentators described you as being one of the favorites, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you do your thing then. Thank you, Chom Kata-san. Okay, and let's have some words from KillerM then. Congratulations, mate. That was smashing. You were 1-0 down. Tell me how you felt 1-0 down to bring it back to this significant, incredible victory then.
Okay. First of all, there was mixed emotions for me because this is my first tournament of eFootball. So I believed in myself and I tried to do my best. So that is what gave me a reason for comeback and everything.
Super stuff. Now tell me your history. When was the first time you came across it when you played eFootball?
During COVID, I started playing eFootball. So in Nepal, there is not many tournaments, so I just played like continuously, and then with my efforts and everything, with my everything.
It's amazing, man. What does it mean for you to represent Nepal?
It is a very proud moment for me to represent Nepal in this global stage of eFootball and eSports. That's
And Arsenal's a good team?
yeah, Arsenal is a very good team. I like because they are very balanced from defense to attack and everything.
You have your trust in Kai Havertz?
Yeah, I like Kai Havertz.
We'll look forward to see you working your magic with the next opponents too then. So good luck then, and really well done. A superb performance to start off with. Thank you. So hats off to our gentleman over here, Chomkata, but of course, KillerM12 then. Thank you.
That's amazing. Well, Dennis's words there, confidence is key, it seems, to really get those points. Hopefully the other players will be able to do that going forward.
Yes, and I just really loved feeling the emotions from KillerM12. The pride, and also, you know, that sensation of representing one's country, but also coming to Japan too.
That's right.
Yeah, well, good luck with both of them then. Let's
Yes.
have a look at the results then.
All right.
Dennis, Pashak 1 and 2. Let's go to Group D. So that opening win for KillerM, and Juninho and Youssef Amara drew, leaves the current standings as it is. So best of luck with our competitors with the battle coming on then. Okay, no super.
Meantime, we are having these 4 games simultaneously happening in a row. Onik Dennis facing Pashak. Both winners of round 1 will face off right now. And Anika Premiashvili versus Go Games with a need to win after that loss on round 1. In Group D, Juninho facing Chomkata. What a game to watch.
Wow.
And also, Youssef Amara, KillerM12, and both underdogs with a chance to put in a really nice position in this Group D, Harry.
Off we go to Group D. What's up with Group D? Yes, the man on form, Juninho, is up there. And Youssef Amara actually won against KillerM. It was a score of 1-0. Things obviously are not undecided, and we shall see how that ends up. So best of luck with all our amazing superstars from Group D then. Okay, we'll see how it goes then.
That's right. I'm really looking forward to the next match.
However, when you look at the goal difference from Premiashvili,
Juninho goes through with Youssef Amara, and KillerM, a valiant effort from Nepal, comes in 3rd place. And unbelievable how Chomkata has actually ended in 4th place. But you know, he's an absolute legend of the game, so we're sure that he'll be back.
Absolutely.
Some more flair and some more flamboyance. So thank you very much. So I think that is it for our mobile group. We'll be hopefully restarting roughly around 4:20. 4:20, and we'll be updating you with what's been going on with that formidable Group B too later on, hopefully.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to know. I haven't got to know what's been happening, so I really want to know about that too. But yes. Good luck to all our players making their way to the knockout stage. But first of all, let's have like a half an hour break then. Thank you very
Sounds
much.
good.
Yeah.
We will see you all soon.